sexy beasts. This is a Boob Tube Buddies podcast being brought to you by the Boob Tube Betties. I am Bethany. This is Kristen.
Hey.
And we are reviewing American Horror Story Season 6, Chapter 3. Follow the Boob Tube Buddies on Facebook, Reddit, Instagram, and go to iTunes. Give us a review. We need
Twitter.
Twitter. Shit, yes. Twitter. We need your sweet, sweet lovin'. It's the best way to support the podcast and let us know what else you want. If you'd like to send us any comments, questions, etc., feel free to email us at boobtubebuddies@gmail.com. I check it daily. I never see anything. Makes me sad.
Yep, me too.
But if you do send us something, we will give you a shout out live and address your questions. Even if it's for Nana, even if it's like...
No, really, even if it doesn't even involve the show, if you contact us and send us love, we will give you love right back.
Right. Happy birthday, Nana, from Tommy. He loves you.
Exactly. Happy anniversary.
We'll fucking do it.
I don't care.
So, okay, Kristen.
Oh, this girl's excited tonight. And I'm excited to hear what she has in store because she's been excited all damn day.
Last week, we left something major in the air for
Housekeeping?
Our bet.
Yes.
Last week, my theory was that Shelby would at some point get pregnant get pregnant. And that would all play into what's already been going on. And even though you were on board with my idea, I said it first, and finders keepers, losers sweepers.
You called it. Not it is the same exact thing as it.
If I am right, I have an amazing proposition for a punishment. Okay. But first,
let's hear your indecent proposal.
But let's lay out this bet.
Okay.
So, my bet. Shelby gets pregnant, may or may not have a baby. Your bet.
My bet is that she is magic or a witch or something along those lines.
Okay. Anything that falls under those two umbrellas goes. Okay, now.
Magical babies.
Oh. Well, now.
Okay. I'm ready, man. I can't wait to hear this.
Okay. Whoever loses this friendly wager... Okay.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
Let me preface this by saying that in this season so far, we've seen some cannibalism.
Yes. Oh, is the person going to have to eat human flesh? Because not on board. Sorry.
No, we've seen some cannibalism. We've seen a lot of pig. So, this is what I think.
Oh, jeez.
Whoever loses must eat a cooked pigtail. Live on the podcast and videotape for people's viewing pleasure. And this will be like super easy because every butcher shop has pigtail.
You checked into this?
Oh, hell yes, I did.
Oh my God.
I don't mind preparing the Piggly Wiggly.
I mean, I'm sure it's a delicacy.
I've heard it's really tasty. It's like I looked it up.
Question:
It's like salted.
Are we allowed to dip it in anything like ranch or honey mustard, or
well,
are we just straight pigtail? Are we allowed to deep fry it? I mean, are we allowed to do anything to make it taste?
Let's explore that as we go along.
Okay.
But that's the punishment, I think. Are you down?
Okay, yeah. If we're both wrong,
we're both wrong, we both indulge in this succulent treat.
But we only have one, and we start at each end, Lady and the Tramp style, and meet in the middle. Right? That's definitely how we have to do it.
Sure. Have you looked at pictures of pigtails? Because it looks like a
Well, when I Google pigtails, I usually find something really cute. So no, I have not.
Well, the details we will work out. But
we'll work on.
That'll be me
Straw
if
doll.
I eat my pigtail. Will you do
I'm game.
this? All right.
Game.
Let's clink.
I'll do it. Clink too.
All right, deal, my friend.
It is a deal.
On, ladies and gentlemen. You heard it here first. If Shelby doesn't get knocked up, I'm eating pigtail. If Shelby isn't a witch...
Or magical.
Oh, okay. Or magical.
We said magical.
Okay, all right.
Your
All right,
fault.
I said it. Then Kristen's eating pigtail, and if we're both wrong, we both get to try the latest trend in hot dog.
Aww. You mean hot hog.
Okay, let's get started. Chapter 3.
Chapter 3. American Horror Story, Roanoke.
You want to set a sail?
Well, just like every other episode, it flashes forward of things you're going to see in the episode. And, Lee says there's no fear like the fear of losing a child. It's primal and wrenching. And
Yep.
it's so funny because, like I said, years ago, I would not even care. And I can almost feel it when she said that. I felt like almost crying when she said that.
No.
It's just the thought of losing a baby. Ugh, don't like it. My favorite thing, though, is when they...
Way to bring it down, Chris.
Wah, wah. When they're standing around the tall tree that has her jacket and they start to bring it down, my favorite part about that was that she had to smell to confirm it was hers.
Yeah, what was that?
Like, you don't know that it's your... It's probably some other little girl who got lost in the woods yellow jacket that I bought her at Sears.
Just like a wolf smelling to make sure it's her own cub.
Fun fact.
Do you not think that that cop was being an ass and he seemed super angry at the whole debacle?
Absolutely. And that's probably why Lee doesn't trust the cops and sensed that something was off.
And she says, like, he's in bed with those hillbillies.
I love your Lee impression.
I'm sticking with it.
I like it.
I don't care.
You dare get rid of it.
That is it. And I'm not going to say anything about RACE.
Oh, I'm like, our ace?
God damn it.
What's with our ace?
You always make me feel so bad because you do that.
It's stupidity. It's not me trying to make you racist.
I'm trying. Yes, you make me sound that word because it's so. Oh, God damn you.
I literally thought you said our ace instead of our AC.
Well, it's my.
Because I'm a redneck and I'm like, our? R is obviously our.
Race. All right.
All right.
That's her race
Ooh.
in the hole.
Ooh.
No, race. Fuck.
Got it.
Okay.
Yep.
He's in bed with those hillbillies.
Then she says the chances of finding Flora are cut in half after
These
36
stats,
hours
did they
being
not
reported.
scare you? It was super Netflixy.
I'm not even kidding you. I was like almost like in tears. Like, and after 72 hours, it's less than 30%. Mm-hmm. How terrifying.
Of finding a kid alive, yep.
Jesus.
And then at any given point, 33,000 kids are missing in the U.S. at a given time.
That makes me sick.
PSA.
Literally,
thanks.
we could talk so much about this, you and I.
Brad and Ryan are like, we hate SeaWorld and we hate missing children. So we're going to give PSAs about
both.
Okay. All right. Okay, so everyone is searching in different areas in the woods. Mm-hmm. And then Lee yells, screams. Wait, no.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they find Flora's doll body parts
with like the
placed around the pig head. Yeah, it was almost ritualistic.
It was. The doll Mandy, Flora's doll Mandy, has been dismembered, and you have a pig head. You've got like doll arm, pig leg, but they've made it look like a doll with the different parts, and then there's blood all around it.
So when they find this, they pan for a second up to Shelby. Can I ask you a question? Does Shelby's eyes kind of freak you out? I don't know if it's Sarah Paulson not able, or the wrong contacts for Sarah Paulson to match. The
she is wearing those dumb colored contacts.
Well, see, that's what I'm wondering. Is it the dumb colored contacts, or are her eyes supposed to like throw you off a little? I don't know. It kind of threw me off a little bit a couple times. I'm like, her eyes look weird, and I don't know if it's just because of the contacts.
That's a good point, because there are other points in this episode where I think she seems a little false.
Yeah.
So
her eyes actually look legit in some parts. So when it throws me off, it makes me think that there's something to that. I don't know.
Yeah. I didn't notice it in this particular scene, but that is a good point, because there are other scenes where she's speaking and it seems very...
There's something that catches you.
Yes, it does.
And it makes you stop and go, wait. Yeah, I agree.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry about that. Then they come up to the abandoned house.
I didn't notice how Shelby looked.
Okay.
100 yards away, they find that old farmhouse, and you find more doll / pig parts made to look like
it's the complete opposite now. It's now the pig body with Mandy's head.
Oh, yes. You're right.
So it's the complete opposite.
And they come upon this farmhouse. They go inside, and it is disgusting.
Did it kind of remind you of the Sanford house? No?
I have that written here.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Shut up.
I promise.
Oh my God.
Christian and I, at some point, both shared this house in, Sanford, Florida. But it wasn't even a house. It was a shack, and it was disgusting. And I lived there briefly with Adam before he was my husband, and it was bad.
And the only person I knew that lived remotely around me was a cook from the restaurant I worked at who asked me to try opium. So I knew that if that was the only person I actually knew, I could not be surrounded with good people.
This house, this little shack that was created in the back of an old man's backyard, which is what it was.
The nice term is mother-in-law suite, but
oh yes,
there was a hole in the house. A snake could have crawled in any minute.
There were bugs in it constantly. We would find bugs in our bed. There were wolf spiders.
But it was $400 a month, electric included.
Yes, so it worked well for 22,
yeah, exactly.
22-year-olds.
22, yeah.
We'll just say 22. But yes, that I literally have. So there's flies. I put flies, nasty, smelly animal parts. Me in college.
Absolutely.
Shelby's like, who lives like this? And I'm
I did about 10 years ago.
I mean, come on. Take it easy. But it really was scary.
Yeah.
And they are yelling for Flora. And you hear...
Well, before that, they find a piss bucket. And interestingly enough...
Oh, is that what it was? A piss bucket?
That's what I think it was.
I thought it looked like... Okay. I didn't realize that's what it was.
And then they find the decaying goat head
in the
fridge with like maggots covered in it.
Yes.
And I wanted to point out the goat because I think that might come in later.
And I'm glad you said goat because beforehand I thought that in one of the previous episodes I thought that the pig was a goat, but it wasn't. It was a pig.
It's a pote.
And then I thought, well, maybe it's not a goat. Maybe it's the dolphin that Kristen thought she saw.
It's definitely a gig. Giggity.
Well, okay, so...
They hear pig squeals.
Is that what it is? Pig squeals?
They hear me and my husband having sex, apparently.
God, you and your husband. I will agree with you that it was... I didn't think it was pig squeals, but I did think it was animal-like this time.
You're still not on board with my pig squeals?
I guess it was pig squeals given the next scene. They
go
to the barn.
One day.
They follow the pig squeals, if that's what you want to call it.
Quote, pig squeals.
They go to the barn, and outside of the barn, did you see all those dead baby pigs?
I did not. You always see stuff that I don't see.
I saw it on the second round.
Okay.
There's all these like little dead baby piglets outside of the barn. There's like 5 or 6 dead baby pigs.
Then they find the 2 sweet feral babes.
Feral. Yep, that's exactly right.
Suckling the teat of a hog.
Those disgusting little boys.
Was that a dead hog, though?
I should have looked this up. I don't know the difference between a hog, boar, a pig.
Listen, in this podcast, a hog, a boar, and a pig, they're the same fucking thing, and we will just rotate.
They're sucking on the teats of some whore pig.
Pig whore.
And they are parroting what Lee and Shelby and Matt are yelling, because they're yelling Flora. And then they look up from the teat of the pig with milk all over their dirty fucking filthy mouths, and they're like, Flora! Like they're making fun. And you know what I thought? You know how that thing is going around with this mosquito? Oh, people are going to hate me for this.
The Zika?
Zika. Didn't they look a little bit like Zika babies because their heads were small?
I mean, that's obviously where it came from. Was the Pokes in Roanoke. Ishmael Polk.
There
is the origin of Zika.
There's Zika baby heads. Cannibal. I was thinking at this time cannibal kids, but so they're yelling Flora.
So you are on board with the cannibal team, though.
I'm on board with cannibal.
Like it, love it.
Commercial break. Blip. We come back. Lee has brought the cops to the farm, obviously, and the general consensus, I believe, is that the Polks have abandoned these poor boys.
They were occupying the land illegally and abandoned them.
Yes, and Lee says something like, if they abandon these boys and leave them like this, what would they do to my baby, Flora? Which, like, for me, gave me a little bit chills.
Yeah, again, I just don't like it.
I don't like it either. And the cops are assuming that the Polks have Flora. Next scene, you're at the hospital. Mason is fucking pissed.
I can do my own interrogating.
Mason is pissed, which is Flora's dad. He is yelling. He is storming.
He's just generally in a bad mood.
Can you blame him?
Not really.
The mom of your kids, some pillhead loser, has stolen your daughter. Now she's missing. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm right there with you, Mason.
Same here.
You see the feral boys in their hospital gowns, and they're with some social worker. She looked familiar. Has she been in other seasons? She looked familiar to me.
Me too. That's so weird. And that's one thing I didn't look up, but I actually thought that too.
It was just like giving them candy or something and saying, she's asking for more info, and
they scream my favorite word.
There we go. What are they screaming?
Croatonin or croatoin.
Croatoin, and they keep screaming.
It's not a pill, not chronatonin. It sounds like it's the Roanoke sleeping pill. Croatoin.
Give me my croatoin.
Side effects may include.
And Matt says he thinks that's a warning.
It's a warning, yeah.
And he's so right.
Yep. And then my favorite new scene is they go in the forest, and guess what they do?
Of course.
You know what? Not best in numbers. Let's split up. Because nothing bad has happened in this forest yet.
We're all going to go in the forest and yell for one another. We're going to split up. We're going to look for Flora. We're all going to yell.
Because she's been missing for more than 72 hours, so now we're at the 30% chance.
Yes, which is super
And I literally have a note that says, they're now looking for a body. What has motherhood done to me? Because, it's really, uncomfortable. I didn't like it.
It's true. And Lisa, something about having to accept the real possibility that they are, like you said, looking for a body.
But because they don't love Flora, because they don't love her, they decide to go to sleep.
Well,
I'm just kidding.
Doesn't Matt say something about feeling a little, seeing things and feeling a little... Yeah. Later on. They're tight.
They're tie-ties.
They're tie-ties.
They're tie-ties.
They have to rest. Everyone's tired. They're back at the house. They're at the dining room table, and Mason is yelling. He's accusing Lee of kidnapping Flora, which I understand because of the custody issues that were going on. I would do the
same thing. She already, like you said, you already kidnapped her once.
Right. Why wouldn't... Everything that he was saying, I was nodding my head saying...
My favorite is Lee's like, I could not prepare for this. Really? You couldn't prepare for that?
And Shelby is defending Lee again. What we talked
almost
about.
A lot.
Shelby seems right. There's a little bit of a red flag with Shelby there.
Her decisions and actions are on such a roller coaster that I just don't trust her.
And didn't it seem a little robotic the way Shelby was doing it? It just seemed, again, to use this word again, false. Yep. It didn't seem genuine.
I completely agree.
But they're talking about, Mason is giving all this, I think you did this, I think you did that, and Lee's like, well, why wouldn't you go to the police? And they discuss that they can't trust the police. Who can trust the police in this town? Man, the police fucking blow. Mm-hmm. But the argument gets heated.
Ishmael can, probably.
Ishmael, yeah. I don't even want to get started with Ishmael.
Don't get me started with Ishmael.
The argument gets heated, and Mason shoves Lee. Mama no like. This mama no like. I was on board with Mason, and then no.
And then he throws up his hands like, I'm cool, bro. I'm cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
It's cool. It's cool. It's
she
all
attacked
her.
Me.
She actually pushed me. You didn't see it.
I was shaking my head and shaking my finger at the screen. Mason. Not cool.
Not cool, Mace.
So everyone goes to bed after that, obviously.
Mm-hmm. And then the phone vibrates so loud on the TV. I don't know about for you, but you almost felt that vibrate.
Oh, your bass must be...
I'm all about that bass. No
yes!
treble.
I must have a lot of treble because I didn't...
Here comes treble. Nope. Okay, let's move on. So, anyway.
He's talking to someone. At first, I thought I heard but... And I was thinking, oh, does that go back to when he was on the phone with...
I actually listened to that for the second time because I didn't know if I missed it the first and I still didn't hear it. Yeah.
I thought I heard...
Clearly you and I just disagree on noises.
Well, I have a problem hearing things because we have established that I hear things wrong all the time but anyway.
Same here. So then, you know what? Neither of us are right.
He was talking to someone. And we get that clearly. He was talking to the cops.
Exactly.
But was he really? Was it really on the phone? There are a lot of times when people are on the phone in this show that it seems not
Staged.
genuine. Yes, when Shelby was on the phone and defending Lee, like last episode. Or the
Almost
episode
maybe like
before.
somebody's on the other line coercing them.
Exactly. That is what it seems like. Almost.
Stay tuned.
Yes. But anyway, apparently, their cops have found a body. Could it be Flora? And everybody is rushing, driving. Everyone is tense. They're driving towards the woods. And they get there, and you see this burnt body on...
A pentagram.
Oh, is it a pentagram?
I looked really closely just to see because I thought I saw that, and it's actually in the shape of, with his hands and the way the wood is, it all comes into the shape of a pentagram.
I did not see that. Of course, you know me. I'm like, straw doll.
Straw doll.
He's on a straw doll. And immediately the cops hand a class ring to Lee, and you know right away it's Mason.
Yeah.
Mason's dead. And I thought, shouldn't have been a fucking dick, Mason.
Yeah.
Dead.
Well, I think it's because he yelled at those kids. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh.
But, do you know what I mean? Like, he yelled at those kids.
I did think he crossed the line.
And then they screamed Croatoan.
Oh.
So I don't know if that has anything...
Yes.
We so badly, as American Horror Story fans, want to connect
like,
everything. Because
well,
Ryan Murphy says everything's connected. So that's why you're like, okay, well, this could be connected and this could be connected.
And it's so smart of them. Because
it really is.
That is what they end up sending their audience to do. So they give you... They don't even have to give you very much.
Bits and pieces.
Oh, they're the masters of marketing.
They really are.
But wow, that's cool. I didn't think of it like that. Commercial break.
Neither did I, honestly. I just thought of it here. So.
Commercial break. And were you watching it live?
I was.
Okay. So
we'll do it live.
Again, they give you an ad for a scary movie, that Ouija board movie. Marketing, man.
That Ouija board movie looks so silly.
Oh, I don't know. I played Ouija board.
No, Ouija boards are scary as hell. That one in particular.
Sorry, that was my paper flapping. I'm a news journalist over here flapping my papers.
Stop flapping your papers. Okay, so comes into the next scene and he
wait. Can we break at this break?
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely. No.
I call in audible. No.
Calling an audible.
I'm calling an audible. Are you constantly searching for the right word and never finding it? Frequently saying common phrases incorrectly? Are you on a podcast and recently realized you sound like a fucking idiot on a regular basis? Well, then you and I, my friend, are in the same floating vessel. I am so sick and tired of long recorded silences as I desperately search for the word I desire to utter, only to settle on second-grade rhetoric to express myself. I am on a voyage to better my pathetic inventory of vocabulary, and you can too. Try 117 Most Common English Idioms and Phrasal Verbs by Zana Hamilton. Stop getting lost in translation. Impress your friends and family with fully formed sentences. Personally, I cannot wait to showcase my new arsenal of verbiage. Why not strive for greatness? After all, if at first you don't get it, you get back on that gift horse. Oh, or you could murder 2 pigeons with 1 boulder and also try Easy American Idioms by Living Language. Go to www.audibletrial.com/boob2buddies for a free 30-day trial and spread those literary flappers. You only live shortly. Life is a box of Pop-Tarts. You never want to eat them cold. One in the bush is worth a visit to the gyno. It's 1/2 dozen donuts or the other, am I right? You catch the wind I'm putting out. www.audibletrial.com/boob2buddies. Show me the currency! We're back! On commercial break.
There goes my shadow game again.
No,
where I just repeat everything you say.
I like it. Matt, he's missed 2 alerts on his phone while he was... What was he doing? While he was out? While he was sleeping? I don't know.
Jerking
And
off.
while they were in the woods. And what do we see but Lee leaving 15 minutes after Mason left and returning 4 hours later. Boom, boom, boom.
So, you know what? I'll save this to the end.
Okay. Well, as any normal human being would think, Shelby assumes Lee did it. Mm-hmm. Lee hears it, and Lee's pissed. And Lee talks about how she's not welcome there. And Matt's like, nobody is welcome here. Let's get out of here. Let's go to a motel.
Before we open the huge can of worms that's about to arrive.
Yes.
Can we talk about Sarah Paulson's hair extensions and her outfits and everything?
And her contacts?
Well, no, her contacts I don't like. But her clothing, I'm in love with. I want her whole closet.
Are you kidding me?
I'm not kidding.
There is literally one scene where I almost wrote down, she's wearing, oh my God. Okay, her hair extensions are fine, but there is a scene where she's wearing like high-waisted clam diggers. Mm-hmm. You liked those?
No, with? I liked all of her outfits this episode.
You like the high-waisted, oversized clam diggers with those weird slip-on sandals and some polo shirt or whatever she's wearing.
Dude, she rocks everything, in my opinion.
I'm not saying Sarah Paulson can't rock it, but you have this sexy black man, okay? This built black man. I'm not saying I'm attracted to Cuba. I'm not, blah, blah. I'm not attracted to Rando, blah, blah. But black men are sexy.
Because you're racist.
No.
I'm just kidding. I'm so kidding.
No, but black guys are attracted to attractive white women who, you know, like, if they like white women, they like good-looking white women with curves and who know how to dress their bodies. They aren't attracted to girls who are wearing high-waisted, flat-ass clam diggers and flat top sandals.
Oh, I loved it all.
Okay, well, Cuba...
American Horror Story, Kristen's taste.
Here's what I'll say is my body type is like that. You know, skinny legs, flat ass.
I mean, I could rock the shit out of some clam diggers.
Well, right, because black guys would love your body. Black guys would not be into my body, which is exactly what Broccoli Rob looks like. And the way they make Sarah Paulson look like. They make her look like some dorky white female. Cuba would not be into that. Rando black guy would not be into that. I'm sorry if that's stereotypical, but I'm telling you right now, neither one of them would be into what this mama has got going on.
This mama's packing.
This mama's not packing much. She's packing some soft belly stretch marks is what this mama's packing. Okay. Anyway, where are we at?
Okay, so they're talking about how they're not welcome and talk about leaving, and then the most amazing thing happens.
Ugh.
What?
God.
Are you serious? Oh, guess we are.
No. Oh my God. This is the moment that I knew you and I. Okay, go ahead.
Well, because you know Coven's my favorite season.
Go ahead.
Cricket walks in. I love him.
Oh,
so much.
Okay.
This is the night we end our friendship.
It might be. It may be. Because Cue
crickets.
Cue Cricket entering old Oompa Loompa short guy with shitty white wig. And
don't you remember him from Will and Grace, though?
No, I don't remember him from anything. Oh. And I literally just thought, here we go. American Horror Story. This is what they do. For me, they sabotage the season with adding this silly fucking shit.
It's not adding. It's from another season. It's connecting it.
I hate it. I knew you and I would disagree. I told Adam. I am looking at her right now with such disdain. I told Adam and I shook my head. I'm like, Adam, she's going to disagree. And Adam just held me gently. But no, he didn't hold me gently. He was like, I don't fucking care. But I hate this. This is exactly what I hate about American Horror Story, where they have to introduce some sort of silly shit element. But go ahead.
But how is that silly shit though? Because Ryan Murphy said they were going to connect all the seasons.
He's silly. He's a silly character. He's
He
over
is the
top.
counsel. You watch your mouth.
He's over the top with his accent and his "oh honey," and
You know that's his actual voice, though, right?
it doesn't matter for what we are going towards. What I thought we were going towards with this season, don't like. As soon as Cricket walked in, I threw my hands in the air. I'm like, God, fucking shit.
I clapped.
And I knew that you and I would have differing opinions, which is good. This is good. I fucking hate it. So you go ahead and explain.
Tell me how you really feel.
You go ahead and explain it, because at this point I'm sighing and upset.
Well, the amazing Cricket walks in and he starts talking to them and tells them, I was called here about your missing girl. My favorite line was, not by AT&T or Sprint if you're particularly gauche. Because, I mean, come on, we can all agree. Sprint sucks.
Yeah, let's just continue with the silly shit.
Okay. And then he walks in and realizes nobody knows who he is. And he says, I always assume that my reputation arrives before I do. Which is a personal quote of mine. And then continues to talk to them about how he was called there under different circumstances, nothing that they would understand, and asked who they had on the case, and asked if it was Special Agent Greenfield, the FBI agent, because he had previously worked with them and found a missing person. They did their background check and realized he was legit, so then they start to walk around the house.
Yes. So Cricket is exploring the house. He's banging his cane on the ground. He gets to the sixth sense door, as I refer to it, or slurpy shit door. And he says that she was here.
Can you hear that?
Can you hear it?
She was here.
He opens the shit turd brown, black, green door, and you see that ugly fucking Pioneer bonnet that we have seen in the previous episodes. Flora is not dead. Go ahead.
Okay, I was just going to say, Flora's not dead. My opinions on that comment was twofold. One is, well, obviously she's not dead because Flora said in the previous episode, they're going to kill you all. They're going to kill us all and save me for last. So if anybody remembered that quote, she's obviously not dead yet, or they would have completely jumped the shark. Did it again. Put it in the podcast. Let's do this.
Jump the shark. Good for you.
Yeah, want to keep a theme. And then another thought I have was, because he said she wasn't taken by the living, I all of a sudden said, oh, Bethany's theory that those guys are all dead. They're not real people. They're not like towny locals. Well, just the people that took her, like all these people we were being introduced to in the forest, that Bethany was totally right. And her theory on all those people being ghosts or not living was correct.
You are such a people pleaser. You can tell I'm upset right now at the course of how this episode is going and that I'm being quiet. So you are trying to make me feel better by complimenting me because you know what I need.
You're so amazing. Like so then he tells them that the daughter is with Priscilla.
And then he gives background on Priscilla.
She's got a fondness for straw dolls.
Cornhusk dolls. So now we finally have a name for them instead of my dumbass.
Nope, we're sticking with straw dolls.
Are we going to say it's straw dolls? Okay,
I would prefer that.
So she died in the 1500s.
Which?
Yes.
1500s. That's
Columbus
when
sailed the ocean blue. Nope.
1592. No, 1500s. She said that she died in the late 1500s.
Okay.
The people of England arrived to the colony of Roanoke in 1587, and then when John White returned, Governor John White,
we haven't gotten there yet.
At 1590, they were gone. So that immediately, timeline-wise, lines her up with the lost Roanoke colony.
You are jumping ahead.
No, they said that she was...
You are jumping ahead until we speak of that time period. Stop being so gifted.
You know what I just realized? We never clinked to our drink.
Yes, we did. We clinked to our bet.
Oh, that's true.
But let's clink to our drink.
I just want to do it again, though.
All right. Cling to our drink separate from our bet.
Matt doesn't believe Shelby, though.
No, Matt thinks this guy's a crook and that he's scheming. And he talks about how Cricket targets desperate people. I agree. But Shelby is on board. She wants to believe. And she gives Cricket permission to contact the spirits, seance style, which is super lame. So they're all around. Yeah, what's wrong?
Nothing. I thought I had my notes screwed up because I remember thinking, but I guess I just didn't note it, that first Shelby said, look, actually, no, it's in the future, and that's why. Never mind. It's a seance.
Look at my vagina! Shelby pulls her pants down. I'm like, I don't remember that.
I don't remember that. I thought that was later in the episode.
So they're like seance style at a table, and it's super stereotypical. I'm rolling my eyes. Literally, I'm starting to get a migraine from the amount of times I've rolled my eyes at this point.
Which is almost like which I guess if you think about it and really try hard, they're almost putting cliche moments with cliche commercials in each week. The Dennis O'Hare moment with the Blair Witch, the seance with the Ouija.
Here's the thing quite a bit, but up until this point, I did not mind the cliche things, as we have spoken about in previous episodes. I didn't mind them.
But as they continue.
It's not even as they continue. It's now that they have introduced this silly shit Cricket. I know we can disagree. It's okay. But now that they have introduced Cricket, the cliches to me are irritating. But that's okay. We can disagree.
Cricket turned your whole world around.
You're right. It was like turning a page, and it was, God fucking shit. Here we go. They cannot even help themselves, that they have to... What is the need for comedic relief in a horror story? I don't understand. Why does there have to be a funny part? I don't think that there has to be a funny part, but Ryan and Brad think that at episode 3, like every other season, there has to be a fucking goddamn funny part, and there has to be a stupid character that comes in that's a joke.
You should really learn to form an opinion.
I know, you have told me that, and anyway, they're at the table.
We may get past this.
Maybe we will. Maybe we'll be friends after this. Cricket is like, I want to see Priscilla. I want to see Priscilla. I would like to see Priscilla. I'm a psychic, and I have had
Sassy
power.
psychic.
My accent's not too bad, right?
I like it.
I have had my power since I was 9 years old, y'all.
For somebody who hates cricket, sure has aced the cricket voice.
I've been a psychic since I was 9. I love beignets, and I love...
From Cafe Du Monde.
Cafe Du Monde.
In New Orleans, where Coven was
Oh, I just knocked over my beer because I was being hateful.
Well, that's what you get for hating on cricket.
So yeah, he asks to see Priscilla at the seance. It is so stereotypical. There's candles and shit lit everywhere. Oh, I would like to say it reminded me of when we went to Casadega, Florida, which we are going to next month. If anyone doesn't know what Casadega is, it is a...
Google it. Look it up.
No, it is a spiritual center. It has been on tons of different like A&E shows for being a haunted place.
There's even a scary movie on Netflix called Casadega.
Yes, and we are.
And it's only 20 minutes away.
We are going next week. We've gone to the cemetery at night, during the day. We have.
No, you just went from a month to next week.
Did I say next week?
Yeah. She's really excited,
I'm
guys.
so excited about going to Casadega.
And so when we arrive tomorrow...
Anyway, Casadega, Schmashadega. Cricket gets a vision, and he's looking for Priscilla, but he sees the vision of the horrible woman, which is Kathy Bates.
The butcher.
The butcher. And she's appearing to Cricket only. No one else can see her, and he says how dangerous she is.
And they need to hold hands to be a stronger unit.
Okay. And
do we both quote the same thing?
I said he uses the candle of St. John Colbert Report to keep her away.
I love it. Yes. So good. So good.
And nobody really knows what's going on until she puts her butcher knife straight through that forest green candle.
My favorite, though, is when Cricket, before she, comes forth, show your face, dark woman.
Oh, I don't know how many times people have said that to me.
Constantly. And I can also agree that your accent of Cricket is much better than mine.
Show your face, woman.
All right. Enough of my man voice.
So she is the butcher. So she appears only to Cricket, which is, questionable.
Yeah.
And she's, I don't even know what, I'm not even going to attempt Kathy Bates's accent because whatever. She's like,
I don't know what accent it's supposed to be.
because she's from England.
But I don't know what accent she's trying to obtain. But if it's the right accent, I think it's an actually good accent this time. But I don't.
What? She's from England.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. If she's from North Carolina or if she's from England, not the accents.
This place is mine. Is ours. I would like.
She's really Eliza Doolittle.
That's very Australian. Didgeridoo. Let's ride a kangaroo to my straw doll nest.
Don't step on my land, even though it's down under.
Down under. What is that thing from Seinfeld? A dingo ate your baby.
Dingo ate your baby.
I ate your baby. I'm the butcher.
To me, I don't know about you, but as far as I was concerned about a week ago, Australians are murderers.
Okay, so she talks about how this land, this is hers. It's ours, in reference to her colony.
I protect this place, mine, ours. I shall stop at nothing to hold safe this colony.
Yes, she does not have Flora. Flora would have been skinned and filleted had the butcher had her. No, the bastard seed
has hidden her somewhere, but beyond our hallowed ground.
Yes.
This is the interesting thing that she said, though, right after that kind of set me off a little bit, is I shall not step off of my land, not again.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I said. Butcher won't leave her grounds ever again.
Mm-hmm.
She is protecting it from trespassers. And Cricket yells, "Oh, honey. Yo, the trespass. Yo, the trespasser. Window smash. And then Cricket yell,
Croatoan!
×2.
×2.
Do it again.
I like how I said it like Oprah, like you're winning something.
Croatoan! After commercial break, we've got Croatoan! Same as Feral Kid said, which is what Cricket said.
Yeah.
Dark spirits have Flora, and Cricket can help, but it's going to cost $25,000, but he takes Visa, MasterCard, Discover.
Real quick, did you notice that as everyone's freaking out about what just happened, Shelby's like in her corner, looking at the floor, and the only thing that she is focused on is the word Croatoan.
I did not initially notice that, but I completely agree with you. Yes, you're right. Shelby seems to be much more into herself this episode than in previous episodes.
Yep.
And god damn it, if she's a witch, I do not want to eat Piggytail. Fucking A. Please don't let her be a witch.
Well, maybe she'll be a witch who has a baby and we'll be sharing it. By the way, with that bet, either both of us or the winner will have to be wearing pigtails while we eat the pigtail.
All right.
And real quick, it's a little cold in here.
Oh, shit. Excuse us. Hold on.
So pretty much...
I am so sorry. I had the AC on, which makes it sound like we are in some sort of snowstorm.
Exactly.
Oh, fuck.
So Cricket says even the FBI pays for him. And what's even funnier is Shelby tells Matt, look, this is legit. We couldn't make any of this stuff that just happened up. And then all of a sudden she looks at Cricket and says, you're an awful human being. So that threw me off a little bit.
It's true. And Cricket is the ultimate salesman, talking about how his delicate soul is in peril to any mama in need. Did you hear him say mama? Mm-hmm. And you know what? You know who can't take any more of that is
Mama.
And
guess what Mama's doing?
She's packing.
She is packing finally.
Mama's packing heat. And she points her fucking gun right at that little Oompa Loompa's face. Matt. God.
You were about to say Will, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
He talks her down and tells Cricket to leave.
He says, "Get out of here, you piece of shit." And I love calling someone a piece of shit. I don't know why. I think that's
it's very effective.
It is.
Then Cricket laughs kind of maniacally.
He does.
And says, "Missy, I will be back,
and you'll invite me back.
You're the one. You're going to be inviting me back." But then he goes to leave and walks past Lee and whispers something in her ear, and then you flash back to the people telling the story, and Lee pretends not to have heard whatever it is Cricket said to her.
Well, what's interesting too is when they go to the interview style actors, Shelby says, "Oh, I don't know what he whispered. I don't know," and it seemed very false. Again, when we talk about Shelby seeming very false. And then they ask Lee, and Lee says she doesn't remember being whispered to at all. And then, for the first time, you actually hear from behind the scenes, the producer suggests it's about... Go ahead.
Which I actually recognized the voice, so I looked it up, and I was correct. It's Cheyenne Jackson.
Why are you so good at this?
Because I'm waiting for the other characters to come in, so I'm trying to find any little piece, but... I thought I recognized the voice, so I looked on IMDb, and every episode it said Cheyenne Jackson credit, and then last episode it said Cheyenne Jackson voice.
Oh my god. Well, okay, well, Cheyenne Jackson, aka producer, suggests that what was whispered was about Lee's first daughter, who we've never heard about, Emily. And Lee freaks. Lee's like, how do you know about that? And the producer basically says that it's a matter of public record, that they not investigate, but that they look into everything, and her daughter's, let's say, disappearance basically is a matter of public record. And Lee freaks out, and she's screaming, turn those cameras off.
And what he really said to her, Cricket, was, Emily says hello, and she wonders why you quit looking for her all those years ago.
Are you serious? Mm-hmm. How did you hear that?
Because they say it again.
God, I must have like years worth of earwax. I can't hear anything.
But what's really cool is Cheyenne Jackson actually just posted a photo on Instagram, and all it was two of those like actor directors chairs, and one of them, they were side by side, and one of them said Cheyenne Jackson, and one of them said Kathy Bates, suggesting that they're actually filming a scene together. So what if they're actually filming this, this whole thing in that house in the future, and then ultimately it's the whole production that gets haunted.
Last episode, when you talked about how the what we think as the real people, as you know what I'm trying to say.
And I'm talking about Broccoli Rob being the
as those are the real people, and then Sarah Paulson and Koopa are the actors. But when you said that might be vice versa, the more it seems very,
very plausible.
Yes,
yeah.
It seems like that could definitely be the case.
Yeah, and like the fact that they might be filming a scene side by side. And one thing I wanted to point out is in season 1, remember how I brought up that Sarah Paulson's character, Billie Dean Howard, the ESP lady?
Yes.
Had talked about expelling Zachary Quinto's ghost and saying Croatoan and told that story. Mm-hmm. She also mentions in that, let me see where I have it. Sorry about this. Please hold.
This is embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed right now.
What I have is it's all part of Billie Dean Howard's reality show. She's a medium for the murder house that Constance hired to help Tate move on to the afterlife. But at one point, she mentions that she's filming a show for Lifetime.
Oh my gosh.
And we later see her working with a camera crew when she returns to the series in the season finale of Hotel. So what if this is her Lifetime show?
Okay.
Or what if, stay with me, Sarah Paulson's character Shelby is actually Billie Dean Howard playing this original Shelby?
This is all so cool,
Sorry.
which is why I don't understand why they have to introduce silly shit like cricket. I mean, honestly, they put in all these cool ties. They spent all of this time intertwining seasons and ideas, and like clearly they spend a lot of time and energy doing all this. Why do they have to do the silly shit? Why? It's just
For dumb people?
no, I hate it. It really
It bothers you.
it bothers me because it sullies the franchise, it sullies the season, and it makes me shake my head in despair because they start out so strongly. Every season they start out so strongly, and again, this season I'm on board. I really love how different it's going to be. And you actually talked about how they could do
Couple different stories without having to reach.
How they could incorporate different stories without having to
I
throw
don't think that's gonna
everything.
happen.
No, I don't think it's going to happen either. I think it's going to be my Roanoke nightmare this entire season, and they're going to ruin it. They're
I do have
gonna
a new
put
theory, though, that we'll
stupid
talk
shit.
about at the end.
Okay,
But you might
but
like.
I
get
have to tell
what you're
you,
saying.
I have to tell you, after this episode, I'm feeling disappointed.
Discouraged?
Yeah, I'm feeling discouraged, and I'm feeling like, here we go again.
Hold on for one more day.
I will keep holding on. I have to. I mean, we gotta review this every week. Shit. But
It would be quite the lame podcast if we're like, you know what, guys? We're done.
I will say, I thought, they do such a good job of marketing it and sending all these different trailers, and you can tell they put so much thought and energy and everything into all of it, and then to just like add some silly
Don't let one tiny cricket throw you off, though. Literally.
I can't, because I have to continue to watch the show. I'm
Exactly.
obliged. But
Okay, so now you've seen something that you've never seen before, and you go behind the scenes.
okay, so let's get back to the show. Lee gives her background, and we find out who Emily is. She had Emily when she was 17, and
Emily was 4.
Emily was 4. Lee goes into a grocery store for 5 minutes. She says she leaves her Emily in
Hashtag
the
Mother
car.
of the Year. She's amazing.
I agree. I would never do this in this day and age. But can you not see, like people used to, oh my God, my parents used to leave me in the car all
We're
the
not
time.
latchkey kids anymore, though.
I know. But can you,
Haven't we learned enough from the 80s and 90s? Like,
I know, but let's just say how many years ago
but
was
here's the
this?
thing: we do not know what the time frame is for quote the past,
If she was 4,
and
at
it was
that
a long time ago when she was 17. It was obviously around a time where you could do that.
right. So let's just imagine when we were 17, leaving a 4-year-old in the car. Like it wouldn't have been that big of a deal. We would have done it at 17.
And if that was her only mistake, or
We would never do
mark
it now
on her,
as
but
me,
now
a
it's starting to add
28-year-old.
up for Lee
I mean,
as a really great mother.
You and I would never do that. I'm 28. You're 31. We would never.
Older and wiser. Listen to me, you guys.
We would
Cricket's
never
awesome.
leave our child in the car for any period of time. But you can see how that would. I can at least see how that would happen.
At 17, in that time and age that she would be, yes, I can see that.
But Lee comes back. She's gone. Never sees her again. And Lee says,
Which I feel like she might return somehow.
Yeah. Lee says, I know how this looks. Lee acknowledges how bad it looks. And she says that she didn't hurt
anything
her
to do
daughter.
with
She had
Flora,
nothing
yeah.
to do with that.
Goes to cricket the next day and pays him the $25,000.
Right. And she's like, I have nothing to do with it. And if I did, I wouldn't have paid $25,000 to... Who has $25,000 just in savings, by the way? I don't know. I don't.
I sure shit don't.
To find Flora. But here's what I thought. To find Flora Or to find Emily, or both? Is she asking him to find both of them? Because
I think that
the
in him
impetus
whispering
was-
that to her, she found hope in different places.
But did
and she
she want to
decided to
find
just-
both of them?
I don't know. I guess we'll see. I don't think there was a really good explanation for that yet.
So, research-wise, Cricket takes a stroll in the woods at night, and he talks about being downloaded with paranormal zip drive. He's got to get info on the enemy, is what he talks about.
Which I love that it linked back to John White and his wife, Thomason.
Yeah,
I did Google this, by the way, and I actually spent a lot of time on this, and there is the reason Ryan Murphy and Brad Falchuk were able to run with this is because there's absolutely no written documentation of John White's wife.
Oh, wow.
So it's not like
there is
Tom-
documentation of John White?
That's the one who...
Is that Pocahontas' husband?
Yes.
Husband.
So Sir Walter Raleigh is the one who, was over all of the English settlers, but had Governor John White bring them
He
there.
left her for Pokey.
He left her for Pokey. Ishmael
Oh,
Pokey.
poor Tommy. Okay, so we get the history on the butcher, who is Thomason,
Thomason White, John White's wife.
She's the husband of Governor John White. They're in Roanoke, and John has to go back for supplies. He goes back to England, and he leaves Thomason in charge of the colony. But people, and he leaves them in one area, but people are getting hungry. They want to leave Roanoke. But
Butcher tells Mr. Cage to be grateful. I don't know
Right,
if Mr. Cage is going to come back somehow, but I feel like they gave him a name for a reason.
Okay. And she basically tells them, no, we have to figure it out. We're not leaving where we're at. My husband says to stay here. We're staying here.
And then her son, Wes Bentley, Ambrose, my favorite thing is pretty much tells her winter is coming.
Winter is coming.
So still possible crossover.
This
is where I felt that, oh wait, what if Kathy Bates and all of them are not the enemy? They were actually the original settlers in Roanoke, and something happened to them. And what's really going to turn around for all of us is we're sitting here thinking that Kathy Bates and all her people are the bad guys, and I have a feeling it's going to turn out that they're not.
It's going to be the baby of Shelby.
Yes. After I eat a pigtail. But yeah, I really think that that's the moment. As soon as I realized that that was John White's wife, and she said, I protect my land and I don't walk off my land anymore.
Yeah.
I think she was part of the group that just went up and missing. And we're going to find out in the end that Kathy Bates is actually not a villain at all. And she's going to end up helping them.
I do agree with you at the end of the episode. I don't necessarily think of her as a villain. But after that, Cricket, who has gotten this knowledge now, talks about how there were 116 settlers. They disappeared without a trace, and you talked about cannibalism as a possibility.
And the fact that the houses were all dismantled when John White arrived again. So the houses were gone, the people were gone, everything was gone, save the word Croatoan on a tree.
And Lee says, everyone knows about Roanoke, but it's not anywhere near their house.
That's what I found interesting.
But then we go back to the story of Thomason. It cuts back to that. She's sleeping.
And I try to place a sex toy over her head.
Men with lanterns are over her part of the colony. They throw her in a spiked muzzle, and they tell her they are moving inland, which is what they wanted originally, and she said no, and that her fate is sealed. Her son is there, and he looks so sad. He's so remorseful. He apologizes. She calls him a traitor, but he is forced to put the lock on her muzzle, otherwise he faces death. And Thomason shouts, "Thou shalt hang." Mm-hmm. So you see her. She's abandoned. She is in the woods. They leave to go inland. She's cold. She's starving. She's weak. Is she holding a bonnet? I thought she was holding.
Was she?
I thought she was holding a dirty bonnet.
Quite possibly.
But pig sounds, aka Kristen having sex with her husband again in the woods. Gross. She is scared. She runs. She falls. She is praying pretty loudly. And then Pig charges her and bam! Pig stabbed to death by none other than Lady fucking Gaga.
Who, I'm sorry, quick plug by the way. Doesn't Lady Gaga kind of look like Magenta from Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yes!
Like every now and then when you get like a flash of her, it almost looks like Magenta. Now here's my quick plug. The Boob Tube Betties will be covering the live version of Rocky Horror Picture Show come October 20th. Speaking of Magenta. And
good for you. Look at you.
Let's do the time warp again. Okay, so moving on.
So, is it... Oh, my God, I can't wait. By the
Me
way.
neither.
If I haven't mentioned...
It's just the
Rocky Horror Picture Show literally is my... I have no favorites of anything, but it literally is my favorite movie ever. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, I agree.
So we've got Lady Gaga, and she pulls the heart out of the pig, and she offers it to...
She asks her to surrender thy soul to her and eat the heart of the pig like any normal person would.
Yes, and the muzzle falls off. Eat, surrender thy soul to me.
It definitely looked like something she would wear in one of her music videos, by the way.
Right. And surrender thy soul to me, I'm pretty sure that... I mean, I think I said that in my wedding vows. What about you?
Well, there's a theory going around that Lady Gaga actually might be the devil.
Like in real life?
Yep.
Wow.
And on the show.
Well, like any normal person would do, Kathy eats the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, the beating heart. And the girls smile together.
It's true.
Okay, so next scene. Kathy Bates
Surprise, bitch.
finds her colony. Oh, I love this. And this to me is so Game of Thrones.
That's exactly what I thought.
Red wedding shit.
That too.
Oh, yeah.
That's awesome.
She butcher chops that guy's neck that originally came and gave her the how.
Says, I'm going to need you out of here. I'm going to need you to split.
Yeah, and she chops them all up good. And then she tells her son that he better beg.
For reprieve.
And he...
he told her.
And he fucking begs. And she spares him with a warning. And then Cricket, who has been relaying all of this to us, I'm assuming this is like he's saying all this. Cricket says that she has claimed dominion over this land and she will kill you all.
Mm-hmm.
Drama queen, am I right?
I will not agree with anything you have to say about Cricket tonight.
No, Cricket blows. Oompa loompa doopa dee doo.
You've got a shitty opinion about him. It would have been way cooler if I could have rhymed that, but...
I'm glad that you did that, because I was like, rhyme. I couldn't think of a rhyme. Adam makes fun of me all the time when I do that, because he's like, he can't.
You've got a shitty opinion, yes you do.
There you go!
Yay, there we go.
Yay! She did it. Commercial break.
That was the commercial break.
We both like nodded our heads to the side. Commercial break. Okay.
What do we do now?
We are back in the woods, obviously, because we are always in the woods.
Because we're always in the fucking woods. That's the one thing I didn't like about this episode is...
That's the one thing?
The constant, like, all the searching through the woods just kind of ran together, honestly.
Yeah, I agree. That's not the only thing I didn't like.
Know.
Lee, Shelby, Matt, Cricket. They've got the bonnet. Cricket's like, I would like to see Priscilla. I would like to see her. No
we
way.
are not alone here, chickens.
Is that what he says?
Yes.
Oh, I fucking hate him.
No. Oh, come on. That is a great quote. We're not alone here, chickens.
I just
need to give up on these voices. It's just not my strong suit.
No, your voice is fine. If you think that's a great quote, then there's a million other great quotes he makes that are equal wonderful, equidistant
to each other.
So he's trying to get Priscilla, but no, he gets Kathy Bates and her tribe,
but her sweet little posse.
Her posse. But he's the only one that can see them. Mm-hmm. But the rest of them can feel them because they talk about feeling heat. Yes. Yeah. So So they're there.
And he pretty much, Cricket says, listen, you keep it up and more people will come. No matter what you do, we'll still keep coming. And you'll never have the peace you seek. But there is a way we can all get what we want. And he ends up making a deal with Thomason that if she connects with Priscilla and brings Flora back to them safely, then Matt, Shelby, and Lee will leave the house and nobody else will follow because they will burn the house down.
Shelby's like, what the
What?
I didn't agree to that.
No. And if I were Shelby, I would be
Would you?
Yes!
Why?
Shelby
Because she
didn't
wants
agree
to
to
get, hold on. She wants to get the fuck out. Right? They burn the house down. You can get the insurance money.
But Shelby...
And you still get the money that you paid for the house with. It's actually the perfect murder.
But it doesn't matter if Shelby likes the outcome. Shelby wasn't a part of the decision
yes.
process.
Very good point.
Which, as
very
a
important.
woman, no bueno.
No, you gotta be a team.
No. And I don't... Shelby is completely changed from earlier Shelby. And Shelby's like,
She goes
we'll
in waves,
keep
man.
this house. So Shelby is like...
She goes in waves, man. It's like a roller coaster with Shelby.
But
Shelby's crazy.
honestly, I feel bad for Shelby at this point. If, whatever. Yes, but you were exactly
I don't
right.
feel bad for Shelby at this point, but maybe in a few minutes.
Well, so Lee and Matt have apparently agreed that the house will burn down, and this is the agreement that they make with Kathy Bates, that you make Priscilla bring Flora black. Oh fuck. Oh god damn it. She's gonna be black forever. Back.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh shit. And they will make sure nobody returns to that fucking house because they're gonna return it down. And Shelby's like, excuse me? Hello? Who has run away? Fucking pussy baby Matt. Like 60 seconds after that whole interaction, she's like, wait, can someone explain to me what's going on? I feel...
hold hands in the goddamn forest, please, just once. It's angering me.
If I were Shelby, I'd be like, God damn it, Matt! Where did you go? Like,
Seriously, bro?
another a perfect example of why I think he is a pussy baby. He's gone. He's
Just gone.
He agreed with his sister, and he's gone. And poor Shelby, she's looking for Matt, and she finds a disemboweled pig, and then two girls? No, not
Two
girls.
hillbillies.
Why do I have two girls jacking off in my notes?
Two hillbillies jerking off. It's actually Isak and Yin.
How do you know their names?
Kin, actually.
Ken?
Isak and Kin. And then
Why do
they
you
see...
have names like that?
Don't worry about it. Then we see Matt pounding Lady Gaga doggy style while she's wearing a sweet little goat hat, just like the carcass in the fridge.
He looks comatose.
And you know the whole goat thing with, the New World Order and all that BS. And
he looks like totally out of it, comatose. And I love that she smiles at Shelby.
so finally we get to see how Bethany and Adam have sex. I know you've heard about Kristen and her hubby's pig noises, but now you actually get to visually see.
That is not what we do. We have sex through a white sheet.
Bethany definitely always wears a goat hat.
Nope. We have sex through a white sheet, no sound, no lights.
Yep, she makes goat noises and wears a goat hat.
Nope, that is not true.
And smiles at the camera just like Lady Gaga did.
I may or may not wear a crown. Okay.
And then Cricket and Lee look for Matt and Shelby for what seemed like an hour, and then all of a sudden Matt emerges confused on how he got separated, and Shelby had gone back to the house.
Yeah,
after
Shelby
she had
goes
seen
back
this.
to the house, and the cops are there. She had called the cops. Matt walks up, and Matt's like, and Shelby confronts him, and like a classic cheater, Matt says, like, he doesn't remember. I don't know what you're talking about.
My favorite is the first thing she said is like, how could you agree to burn down the house? Oh, by the way, you fucking that woman's not okay. Like, it's a side note. I love that.
Right. Well, good for Matt. Like, if you're going to agree to burn down your house, cheating on your wife and having doggy style sex with Lady Gaga, it will seem secondary.
Don't you gaslight me.
Oh, yeah. Cheating will seem secondary to burning down your house. So he's a smart guy.
You know, it's all very, and it's also connected with Waiting to Exhale, where Angela Bassett lights the house on fire.
I've never seen that movie.
Oh, sorry.
I don't watch
Crickets in it.
I don't watch black comedies.
Crickets. Literally, actually, crickets now.
Are you making judgments on me?
Are you making judgments on everyone?
Anyway. So, all you see, like, the pew, 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 pew.
Pew, pew.
Police lights. Lee walks up. She's like, where the fuck did everyone go? Like, oh,
Guys.
were we not looking for Flora? But then she's like, Matt! Because her fucking... Oh, stop it! God damn it. She's being arrested because Shelby has called the police and given the scoop on Mason.
And she literally has this, like, tiny shit-eating grin on her face.
I love it. I fucking love this. I love this part. Matt's like, what did you do?
What did you do?
Oh, I love this part. And Shelby is like, I don't know what you're talking about. Oh, I love it.
So
I
good.
love it so much. I'm like, you go, girl.
And then they fucking ended it again 4 minutes early.
Yeah.
I'm a little over it.
54 minutes.
The American Horror Story is that you're going to culminate all 4 minutes that they take away from us, and there's like a whole episode that you could make about.
When you think about the commercial breaks, we're literally, 40 minutes probably, you think?
Yeah.
40 minutes is what we're getting.
Yeah. Not what we should get. Did you watch the next week on?
I did.
Oh, it's over. We're done. But you watched the next week on?
Yeah, Mad
where
Men.
she opens the shower curtain? And I think it's Piggy Man in there, just like in season 1.
Okay, I watched the previews twice. I didn't get much from it, and I just put Mad Men.
This is what I put, which is perfect, but I put Shelby opens shower curtain, possibly Piggy Man. Cricket told them to leave and they didn't, so does that mean Flora is safe? Because did Kathy Bates hold out on her deal? And then there's a flash of a little girl in a bonnet touching a tree where the words Croatoan on it. So, and then you see
That's
Shelby
just like the family
scream
photo I
Croatoan.
take of my family.
All white shirts in the front of a tree that says Croatoan.
My daughter, yeah. Okay, well, let's talk about this. My thoughts on episode 3, sigh. Not thrilled. So I don't have much to say. Didn't love it. I told you I didn't like the silly elements. I don't like Cricket.
I don't agree that Cricket's a silly element, though. I think it's tying it in.
That's fine.
It's tying it in a Ryan Murphy way.
I'm just telling you, this is why I stopped watching during previous seasons. I think that it is...
So the remainder of this podcast is just going to be me because Bethany gave up.
No, I'm going to continue watching and giving my opinion. And I think some people may agree with my opinion.
No, you're totally right. There's probably a lot of people who hate Cricket, honestly.
It's not that I hate Cricket. I don't hate Cricket. I just think that why I don't understand why with the scary show they make it so scary from the beginning that they have to introduce
to like
some
appease
sort
to other
of
audience.
Funny. I know. I don't like it.
I mean,
But
I think he likes to
clearly
switch
other
things
people
up. He likes to put funny into horror shows.
I don't
and
think
he likes
it
to
all
put
needs to be
death
funny.
into musicals.
They make the beginning of those.
I love how you missed that.
I'm not listening because I'm upset.
He likes to put death into musicals. Did you not get that awful, horrible Corey Monteith joke? I'm the worst person ever.
Kristen!
And I love how you didn't hear me at first, so I felt the need to repeat it. Because that makes me that much worse. Okay, so a couple theories and talking points I want to go over. Before John White had actually left the colony, White instructed the people that if anything happened to them, they should carve a Maltese cross onto a tree nearby, indicating that their absence had been forced.
Maltese like the puppy?
Yes. I definitely think that they carve out like a picture of a Maltese. Well, that's how I indicated it as. Anyway, when he got there was no cross, and White took that to mean as they had actually moved to the Croatoan Island, now known as Hatteras Island, and he was actually able to conduct the search, so he kind of just gave up on him. One thing I wanted to point out, do you think that possibly each episode so far represents one of the seasons that we've had? So
What's season 3? Because episode 3 sucked. So season 3, yes, I agree.
Chapter 1, Murder House, introduced Piggy Man. Chapter 2, I understand that the nurses kind of looked like the one from the first, but you could almost show that Asylum.
I get it. Season 2, yeah.
Okay, so season 3 obviously introduced Cricket from Coven.
And Stupid Silliness, okay.
And in Entertainment Weekly, Ryan Murphy confirmed that My Roanoke Nightmare is directly connected to Freak Show. So I'm wondering if next week, chapter 4, we are going to see maybe Finn Whitrock as Dandy Mott in episode 4. Okay, so
I hate that idea.
Wait, hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
There's something to go with it. Okay, so Ryan Murphy told Entertainment Weekly that you'll see starting in episode 6, the show has a huge turn, and the thing that you think you're watching is not what you're watching at all. The plot of Roanoke was obviously the major secret that the American Horror Story team had to protect, but they were also hiding this massive surprise. He said, or Brad Falchuk said, even though the subject matter has gotten out, it's irrelevant because nobody gets what we're doing. No matter what you think it is, it's not that. And then episode 6 comes and you're like, wait, what happened? Okay, so if you go in order, there's been 5 seasons. This is the 6th season. They mirror every episode after one season. Mm-hmm. And then, so next week, if it has anything mirroring Hotel, maybe episode 6 is where it turns us on our heels, right?
No, season 4 would be Freak Show. I mean, episode 4 would be
episode
Freak
4.
Show.
So, I mean, not next week, but the week after. The episode 5, if that has anything to do with Hotel, or next week with Dandy Mott. It actually might be episode to episode, and then it turns us on our heels at episode 6, which is actually directed by Angela Bassett. I found
great.
She's I think she's over this right now.
I don't blame her.
No, I meant you.
Oh, me.
Definitely meant you. Murphy.
I mean, I don't mean to sound negative, but I'm just a little bummed.
She really hates cricket.
No, I don't hate cricket. I think that there could have been a million different ways to take this with everything they gave us. They gave us so many different ideas, and I'm not closed-minded. I'm open to.
Well, wouldn't you love though if the actual show that they're doing is like Billie Dean Howard's Lifetime show, or if that is Billie Dean Howard as the character or something?
I am totally open to whatever they want to do. I love how much thought is put into it and the intricacies. I just sort of feel like they sabotage themselves sometimes with. But go ahead.
Well, Ryan Murphy added it's a hat on a hat on a hat on a hat that we've had to protect.
No, the top of that hat is like razzmatazz with feathers and shit, and I don't necessarily love that top glitter razzmatazz hat. But go ahead.
Murphy thinks the twist separates the season into 2 halves. And Brad Falchuk actually considers it 3 unique stories. So, come season 6, maybe my original thought might be right. I don't know.
And you said there's 8 seasons, right?
You mean episodes or seasons?
Seasons.
Well, I don't know how many seasons there are going to be. I know there's going to be 10 episodes.
I thought you said they have.
They might stop at
8 seasons. Did I make that up?
I think that maybe you're reading something with Game of Thrones.
Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Brad Falchuk said
this is probably going to be their last season if they continue the way they're going.
Brad said it's like the episodes are broken up into 1 through 5, 6 through 9, and then 10 is its own thing. And they actually said that. And then Ryan Murphy also said many, many, many characters that you have not seen in years that you've wanted to see, you'll see in this season.
I don't necessarily know if there's any characters that I wanted to see.
I would love to see Jessica Lange again.
Not me!
Why don't you like her?
Because I don't want her fucking singing.
And that's the day we lose Bethany. So if you guys are watching on Wednesday,
you're not gonna lose
excited
me.
for her podcast, don't expect Bethany to be on the following.
No, what you're gonna get is some old lady sitting in a rocker complaining about everything that happens.
Also, according to IMDb, in episode 8, Broccoli Rob has a stunt double. And why would somebody who's sitting talking to a camera need a stunt double unless she's not always in front of the camera?
No, she's like, oh, excuse me, guys, hold on. I'm actually in the 2016 Olympics. And she does, like, a bunch of backflips. What? Backflips. And then gets right back in her chair. And while you...
Backflips?
Backflips. And while she's doing her backflips, you see, like, ghosts coming up from the chair. And
I'd watch it.
it's probably, what, season 2, 3,
Now
4,
that's
5?
jumping the shark.
No, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's probably...
That's definitely jumping the shark.
I'm sure you can incorporate it into something, right? I'm sure.
So, one really
Fucking
exciting
broccoli
thing.
Rob.
Actually, I'll continue with this.
No exciting thing.
Another
Continue.
theory is the entire Roanoke story is actually a hoax that Shelby and Matt invented using
Yeah, sounds about
information
right.
from another haunted house tale. If you assume that the turning point in episode
They went
6...
to Halloween Horror Nights and lost their shit. Go ahead.
If you assume that the turning point in episode 6 is them finishing their, quote, documentary, then maybe the real horror story is what follows them after they're done making their movie full of lies.
Well, certainly the horror story would follow them if that's what they leave for us.
And I want to go back to what you said about they still need an R for murder, those the nurses.
Yes.
Shelby actually wears a necklace that are 2 layers, and you see it in both the dramatic reenactment
Is there
and the
an R?
videos. Okay, so one of them's an M, and the other one you cannot make out,
Yes.
but I'm wondering if it might be an R.
Okay, I agree with you. I could not make it out myself. I
Yeah, me too. I tried, but
Rewound is not a word, and I realized that I said that several
rewinded
times.
it.
I rewinded.
Okay, so my final thing, and then we can end this. So Bethany can leave and go find Leslie Jordan or whatever his name is and murder him. And there's your real American Horror Story.
Is that his name, Leslie Jordan?
Yes. Yeah.
Or are we talking about the SNL actress who I love, Leslie?
She's like 47.
I know, but what's her last name?
I don't know.
I would love to spend time with her.
Leslie Ghostbuster.
Leslie Ghostbuster and Leslie Mann. I would love to leave this and spend time with the two of them.
I would love to hang out with Leslie Jordan. Because
Leslie
I
Jordan,
love
is that
him.
her name?
No. That's Cricket's name.
His name is Leslie Jordan?
Yeah.
I don't want to spend any time with him. But go ahead.
So my final piece of extras is,
Leslie Jordan shit in the room, the Sixth Sense room, where Haley Joel Osment was.
You heard it here, folks.
20 years ago. He shit in that room, and it was shaped into a straw doll.
Fun fact.
No,
Okay,
go
so my
ahead, I'm
last
sorry.
piece of thing is something really exciting that came out this week, and I'm sure anybody who is actually listening already heard about this because you're already a fan of American Horror Story. But Ryan Murphy, he said that I've been working with a writer on a season that only he and I know of. It's like a 2-year project that we'll continue to work on the sly and not tell anybody. It's my secret season. I don't know when it'll air, but it's also an experiment.
Sounds stupid.
No way. It's a different way of doing it. It's one person writing all the episodes.
I hate it.
I don't know if it's going to work, but it's like, let's try that. We might get them done and shoot them on the sly and drop it. So, which means like...
Stars Leah Michelle.
We're done, like all of a sudden, we're done with American Horror Story and like Christmas time. And then all of a sudden in March, they drop an entirely new season. It's going to... He actually
Of
called
what?
it Beyonce... They're going to do a whole secret season where they're going to drop
Of
it
what?
into American Horror Story, the thing that we were
okay.
reviewing.
Okay, well, you're talking about Beyonce and...
Well, no, he actually said that. He goes, we did the whole entrance to American Horror Story 6, Beyonce style, trying to keep the mystery. Listen, it's Ryan Murphy. You just got to take it for what it is.
Well, Ryan Murphy probably has had a threesome with Beyonce and Gwyneth Paltrow because the two of them are BFF.
Who?
Beyonce and Gwyneth Paltrow.
Are they?
Oh, yes.
I did not know that.
Yep.
Learn something new every day.
You're welcome.
Huh, all these years, didn't know. But yeah,
Jump
it
the
would be
shark,
so cool.
Beyonce and Gwyneth Paltrow.
But wouldn't it be really cool if he dropped it? You wouldn't be excited by like all of a sudden waking up one day in like April and there's a brand new season of American Horror Story?
Oh, I would love it.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
But I'm sure he would ruin it by episode 3.
Oh.
No, you're so sweet. You're so hopeful.
No, but it could be anybody.
It's true.
All of a sudden he's like, it's Bloody Face. And then Bethany's like, yay, a villain.
Well, now we know. Kristen is game for anything, and I am
Not.
what is
Curmudgeon?
Yeah, I'm a curmudgeon. What is the opposite of Santa? It's not Christmas. It's like the guy.
Satan? Oh, Krampus?
Yeah.
I'm German, I know this.
I'm Krampus. You're Santa, and I'm Krampus. Okay, well, this is
I'm German, so I'll be Saint Nick.
All right, Saint Nick and Krampus are signing out.
Peace out.
Good night, little buddies.
Good night, little Betty.